From WNIJ Studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University, this is Sessions from Studio A. I'm Spencer Tritt. Janus is the Roman god of beginnings, and beginning this hour we have Son of Janus, who joined us for live recordings in Studio A. Son of Janus is the alter ego of guitarist, vocalist, and songwriter Ryan Hayes from Rockford. He's joined by Mike Coulahan on bass, Tony Berkman on drums, and David Thompson on guitar for this performance. Stay tuned for their set coming up this hour and a talk with band members. It's Son of Janus this hour on Sessions from Studio A.
Jammers and drones, tools for the raid, and their army has grown. 60
Welcome to Sessions from Studio A. I'm Spencer Tritt, and our guest this week is rock band Son of Janus from Rockford, who put out their debut self-titled record in 2022 and followed it up with The Ruins, which they released last year. The band is currently working on their third record, so we'll hear some new ones from them on the show this hour. We'll also talk with members of the band later on. Let's get right into it with the music, and one of those new ones. This is Son of Janus with Jericho Wall, recorded live on Sessions from Studio A.
Brought forth from our spies, the enemy will attack us when we're compromised. From tunnels underground in bombs that fly, they'll take us by surprise. They have weapons, jammers and drones, tools for the raid, and their army has grown. 60 different places our defenses could fall to Jericho Wall. In the middle of summer, I saw with my own eyes the rehearsal of blood and attacks from the skies. I heard them say surprise and through the gates, if they do, we'll prevail when we attack full scale. As he looked over the rim of his glasses, he said, seriously, what are the chances? It seems aspirational, they'd catch us unaware. And besides, they wouldn't dare. She said, we should learn from our mistakes we made long ago, to dismiss their resolve as just a show. When you think you know what
This is Sessions from Studio A, and you just heard Son of Janus playing live here in the studio, and I'm joined with the band. Thanks for coming out to DeKalb, everyone, and playing for us in Studio A today. Great set. If you guys listen to the station, you'll know we're always saying WNIJ, where you learn something new every day. And I learned something new, that Janus is the Roman god of beginnings, I learned.
And ends.
And ends. And that's why they actually named the month January after Janus. So who is the son of Janus, though?
Oh, that's me. I'm the son of Janus, the two-faced god of hallways, beginnings and ends, just like songs. A very Western polytheist deity from Roman times. So it's a Western thing, which I associated myself with.
Was there some meaning there with the god of beginnings and endings being in the name of the band there?
Well, it's undeniable that all songs have a beginning, middle, and end. So I kind of tacked it onto that. I think that's music, and that's definitely part of it.
How long's the band been together? How did this get going?
Can I talk?
Let Mike tell the story.
Ryan won Songwriter Composer of the Year at the Rammies 2 years ago in Rockford. And at the end of the night, he went up there and he was really blown away. It was cute to see him on stage. He was like, I didn't expect to win. He didn't
Congrats,
really prepare a speech that I know of. But, he said, is there anybody out there that wants to help me put a band together? So my wife and I were there, and she said, go talk to him. So he was oddly sitting right almost back to back. We were sitting there. Wow. So I introduced myself and told him, hey, I can help you put a band together. And so Ryan and I started working on some things. And then after about, a few months, he's like, do you know a drummer? I said, sure. So I gave Tony a call, and Tony was gracious to come over and has blown us away in every way, his recording abilities and his playing abilities. Then more recently, we've added David. But I've always said, this was my key phrase to Ryan, is we got to get people that will hitch their wagon to your train, because it's a lot to do somebody else's originals. Mm-hmm. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
So were you writing solo then to start off with, Ryan? Were you performing and writing solo?
Yeah, I released an album in 2021, self-titled album, Son of Janus, and it's 10 songs that I did all of the instrumentation, all of the recording on. And I got some friends, James Carrat, he engineered my first two albums. I also had a co-writer on one of the songs, Chris Thalman, and Dwayne Meyer played drums on my second album. I was wrapping up the second album about the time that I met Mike. And when I met these guys, we just kind of inspired each other, and more songs just came from that. So right now we're working on my third album, but this is really going to be our album.
Yeah, so are you guys kind of all sharing songwriting duties now? When you write a song, is it kind of getting everyone's input now too? Tell us a little bit about the writing process for the band. I will bring the song to the band, and before I would write all of the parts and dwell on that, but I'm not doing that now. I'm writing my part and maybe a melody along with it, and I bring it to them as raw as I can, and then David just started to become a part of this, but Tony and Mike have already they added their own vibe and their own originality to these songs, which totally has changed the nature of how we do this. You've added a new guitarist, as you mentioned here, David Thompson, new guitarist in the band. Talk a little bit about joining up with these guys.
Oh, that was through Mike also.
Okay.
We were golf buddies before we were
okay,
bandmates.
Nice.
And everybody knows me as a trumpet player, not a guitar player. And one day I called Mike up to ask help on a song I was working on. And after that, after a while, he finally called me back.
You scolded me. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I owe David a call. I should have called you 2 months earlier.
So that's how of course, he introduced me to Ryan, and they accepted my guitar playing.
I wanted to ask about, I believe this is a new song to Jericho Wall, and I believe this one is about the ongoing Israel-Hamas war. Tell us about that song, Jericho Wall, and what that means.
To be specific, Jericho Wall, I was inspired by journalism. There's a new story out that talks about a 40-page document that was produced by the Israeli Defense Force in the summer of 2023, which is before the actual attack took place. This 40-page document was codenamed Jericho Wall, and it detailed Hamas's attack plans, but it was largely ignored. The story is because they just thought it was aspirational, and they're just, going to pretend like they're going to attack, and they didn't take it seriously for some reason. So I was inspired by that, and very moved by that news story, and so out came that song.
Speaking of being inspired by journalism, tell us about the song Defamation Station.
Defamation Station.
Is that about a certain station or a channel?
It's not about journalism.
Okay. Tell us about that one.
It's about a cable news network. I like to be mysterious it's about Fox News.
Very mysterious.
Yeah, it's about Fox News. I think if you know that going in and listening to the song, you'll know that Fox News has been sued for defamation. They've paid $787 million settlements for defamation. And if you watch the show, if you watch the network, and you'll know after a few minutes how good they are at defaming people. So that is what inspired me to write that song.
What does the working class want to car TV or debutantes? What does the working class say when they watch TV all day? They say what the TV says, that she should like the rest. Beer is for sale and you're buying defamation station. Where does the working class go to get an education? Just ask the questions and demand an explanation. They tell you what you want to hear without a tell. Have no fear. And lies are for sale and you're buying defamation station. So many lies affect your reputation. So many lies, illegal immigration. Pillows are for sale. So many lies. So many lies. So many lies. So many lies. Where does the working class go for that disinformation? There is no evidence, but there's an investigation. They complain, just like me. My life's a catastrophe. He's out on bail and they're suing defamation station. So many lies heard across the nation. So many lies to block the legislation. So many lies, fear and intimidation. So many lies, a defamation station.
Son of Janus with Defamation Station, recorded live in WNIJ's Studio A. That one will be on their new upcoming album, set for release either later this year or early next year. Keep an eye out for that by following Son of Janus on their Facebook page, and you can also find them streaming on Spotify and Apple Music. Stick around, we'll be right back with more music and more from my interview with the band. You're listening to Sessions from Studio A. Welcome back to Sessions from Studio A. We're going to keep things rolling now with our set from Son of Janus from Rockford. Here's an older single they released, actually one of the first singles the band ever put out. This one's titled Addiction. It's Son of Janus, recorded live on Sessions from Studio A.
stand here among the ruins. It seems to take on a whole new look. Makes my mind wander into the future and the past, and I get lost. Ruins make me feel great, inspired by the presence of the past, and I realize that nothing's gonna last. Ruins help me to locate the destination of all of my plans. Now I see things that haven't come to pass. Let me out of here. Open the door. Let me out of here. I don't wanna see dreams are gone, and the people are too, and all this stuff is here waiting for you. And all that is left is death and tragedy, waste and decay. And all is lost. Ruins make me feel great, inspired by the presence of the past, and I realize that nothing's gonna last. Ruins take me away to the destination of all of my plans. Now I can see things that haven't come to pass. Let me out of here. Open the door. Let me out of here. I don't want to see anymore.
So when you guys met, did you kind of bond over a shared interest in rock music? What was the impetus for getting this going?
I love original music, and it's cool to write new parts. And the fact that Brian was writing these songs that I say are they're different. I always see them kind of like Elvis Costello in the way that they grow on you. The first time you hear them, you're like, okay. Second time you hear it, hey, I kind of like that. Third time you hear it, it's like, wow. And, they grew on me as I played them. So I think that's part of the allure for me to want to play original music.
That's what blew me away. The fact that there was no way I was going to play another cover band, whether I was playing trumpet or guitar or whatever. And so, yeah, I bought totally in on his concept. I always called him a great songwriter. He's just such a great lyricist. And so it was no problem for me just to accept and try to, like I always tell him, get in his DNA so I can really understand his vision.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, and it's good to see you guys really, appreciate original music. We were talking before in the studio about how Rockford and a lot of the other towns here, it can be hard to find places that support original music. Any thoughts on the Rockford music scene? We don't have to dump on the cover bands too hard, but
we want to play Mary's. Mary's is a great place for
since he cracked that one open. If Mary's can hear us, we would like to play at your venue, please.
Absolutely. We talked a little bit about the writing process, and I think you touched on it a little bit there too, Ryan, but tell us about the recording process, the production behind the records you guys have out. I know you've done some home recording too, and you're involved with this too, Tony. Tell us about the production for the band.
Basically, I'll record a song at home in my studio that I call the Gates of Janus, because it's the beginning, right? And I'll record a rough track. I'll bring it to the guys. They'll get some parts, and then we'll start adding tracks to it. And this all culminates at Tony's studio, and that's where all the mixing and he'll put his drum tracks on there. And we're just adding one track after the other, and then we'll redo some tracks if necessary until we're happy with the song. They'll lay the foundation. Tony and will lay the foundation with the drums, and then it comes back to me, and I do the keeper tracks.
Yeah, anything to add about the recording process from your the production side of things?
My part is it's the dining room of Janus. So you go from the gates to the dining room.
Yeah,
and then it goes back to the gates again.
You were saying you record drums in the dining room. Is there certain acoustics in the dining room that make that better?
It just turned out to be the best sounding room in the house, and it's very tiny, so It wasn't really a great dining room, so it made a great drum booth. And it's been that way ever since, thanks to my wife.
Let's talk about some of the songs you played in the set here today. A new single that'll be out here soon. It's Subject Matter Expert. Tell us about that new single.
Well, my day job, I hear that saying kind of thrown around. It's kind of like a buzzword. You get like these acronyms that you hear professionally, and once you get into the culture of these professional places, like in the private sector especially, I guess for both private and public, but they throw around these three-letter abbreviations all the time. SME was what was thrown at me. Are you the SME? And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. So I got clarity. It's subject matter expert, and that is a global phrase in all kinds of different professions. So I was inspired by my job and doing it, being a subject matter expert and working with so many subject matter experts. It just inspired me to write the song. There's subject matter experts in this band, and I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Oh, yeah, I never had heard that before either. Where do you work, if you don't mind me asking? Where are you a subject matter expert?
I work at PCI.
That's another three-letter abbreviation.
Another three-letter abbreviation, an acronym.
Well, that's a really catchy tune, that one. I'm excited to see the release of that single. And you mentioned you're working on a new record too. So tell us about this. What can you tease about the new record here?
Yes, 5 of these songs that we did today are going to be on this new album, and they might even be out by now. And we're going to do like 5 or 7 more on the new album. And I'm really excited about working with these guys, getting back to recording, and we hope to get it out by the end of the year, but we'll see. We're not going to rush it. Yeah, we're in the middle of it right now. We're going to go back and work on it some more.
Gonna be an expert. I wanna be an expert. I wanna be an expert. In pursuit of happiness, I will consider what I go through. If not to the glorious, I can do what I really want to do and enjoy it too. And I want the adulation to reinforce my sense of worth. That's when I can explain my purpose here upon the earth, the reason for my birth. I want to be an expert in my field, let the secrets be revealed. They won't be concealed anymore. I want to be a subject matter expert. Gonna have to buy a dress shirt. Say goodbye to homework, you know. Now they value what I say. My advice has helped them many times. They will do things my way. My legacy from singing rhyme. Upward I will climb. I want to be an expert in my field. Now all I talk about is yield. Don't know if it's real anymore. Gonna be a subject matter expert, and I'm going to stay alert. Stay safe and don't get hurt, you know. Many years have passed. Now I'm king of shows. Promoted many times. I depended more on who I know, the less I'm being a pro. I used to be an expert in my field. Imagine how that makes me feel. I couldn't have done it without you. I used to be a subject matter expert. Now I'm going to the concert. Say goodbye to hard work, you know. I'm gonna be an expert. I wanna be an expert. I'm gonna be an expert. Be an expert. Expert.
Son of Janus, performing Subject Matter Expert live in WNIJ's Studio A. That new single is out on Spotify and Apple Music and will be on their new upcoming record. Keep an eye out for that by following the band over on Facebook for more info. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more music from Son of Janus here on Sessions from Studio A. Welcome back to Sessions from Studio A with Son of Janus from Rockford. The band is Ryan Hayes on guitar and lead vocals, Mike Coulahan on bass, David Thompson on guitar, and Tony Berkman on drums. we still have a few more songs from their live recording with us here in Studio A. But first, let's hear one more time from my talk with the band and see what they have coming up for them. What's next for you guys?
Well, in the fall, probably towards the end of the fall, we're going to have another single coming out called Heart Attack Snow, which we played for you.
Yes.
So that's a little sneak peek on that. That's going to come around so you can, enjoy that during the winter when we're all shoveling that really thick, water-intense snow. And our album will be coming out pretty soon. We don't know exactly when, but we're hoping by the fall. We'll see.
Is there a gig coming up in Madison?
We are playing in Madison. Yeah, the Burr Oak. We're going to play with Bing Bong.
Nice. That's up in Madison.
It's up in Madison.
Where can people go to find like tour dates and more news and info from you guys? Where's the best place to kind of keep up with you?
Best place is Son of Janus on Facebook.
Son of Janus.
That's Janus. Son of Janus, SON. Yeah, you can like me on Facebook and you will be in the know.
Sounds good. Tell us one more time where people can check out these videos and also find more of your music.
YouTube. All of our music's on YouTube. There's also several videos that we make because I'm starting to like doing that too.
Yeah, great. That's cool to see that you're taking on the videographer role too for the band here. We mentioned also Spotify, Apple Music. Are you guys on Bandcamp or any of those too?
Not on Bandcamp,
okay.
But we are on Pandora, iHeartRadio.
All right.
We're distributed all over the place.
Wherever you can stream your music, you can find Son of Janus. Son of Janus, thank you so much again for playing in Studio A, coming out here. Really appreciate it. Thanks again.
Thank you, Spencer.
Yes,
thanks, Spencer.
And Mike.
Nothing to say that hasn't already been said. I'd rather not say any of it again. My words are lived in a formless drawl, slipping my tongue, tumble and fall. I said it all, staring at the wall, till it melts away. Broken, reborn, and torn. The rising sun makes me the one. My life's begun. The past is gone. No need to run. The losers won. All is done. I started over. There's nothing to do when you've done it all. There's no need to stand when you're prepared to fall. Don't shield the sun from your eyes or ask the truth from one who lies. Don't leave yourself standing with
Son of Janus, recorded live in WNIJ's Studio A. You can check out their music video for that song Clocks over on their YouTube channel, and find that single over on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your music streaming. That will wrap up this week's show with Son of Janus. Thank you so much to the band once again for joining us, and to you for listening in. You can follow the band on Facebook for more info and to keep up with shows coming up from them. They're in Madison, Wisconsin at the Burr Oak, November 21st. Also, head over to WNIJ.org to check out behind-the-scenes video from this performance, and many other episodes of Sessions from Studio A on there as well in our show archive. If you are a local artist or you're in a band and you'd like to be featured on our show, send us in a submission with some music over to sessions@niu.edu. Sessions from Studio A is produced at WNIJ Studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University. Producers are yours truly, along with Mike Lundgren and Sam Knopfsker. I'm Spencer Tritt, and thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next time on another edition of Sessions from Studio A.